Shalom. My name is Kenneth. It is yet another opportunity that I have that I may share the word of Yahuwah with us. I am praying that you're going to take your time to listen. Now today, I'm going to have probably 3 verses that I'm going to read. And for the start, we'll begin from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12 and verses 4. Jeremiah is in the Old Testament, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12 and verses 4. Jeremiah chapter 12 and verses 4. Chapter 12 and verses 4. This is what the Bible teaches. Jeremiah 12 and verses 4. It teaches, "How long shall the land mourn, and the herbs of every field wither, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? The beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, Ye shall not see our last end." And quickly, I want us to also read the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verses 4 and 5, respectively. Isaiah is before Jeremiah. Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24, verses 4 and 5, respectively. "The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The word languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish." 5. "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant." And quickly to Romans chapter 8 and verses 19. Romans chapter 8 and verses 19. The Bible says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God." Now, from the text we have read, today I am going to teach on what I have titled "The Earnest Expectation of the Creature and Its Groaning." Now, the first 2 verses we have read, that is from the book of Jeremiah and Isaiah, it talks about the groaning of the creation. And from those verses, you will realize that the creature is groaning because of the wickedness of man. I repeat, the creation, the work of Yahuwah's hand, is groaning because of man's wickedness. Now, 2, the creation, or rather the creature, is also waiting for the earnest manifestation of the sons of Yahuwah. And I begin. Now, I've been asking myself, who am I? And many a time, especially the millennials, we have what we call the identity crisis. We don't know who we are exactly. And the enemy has made this. He has propagated this lie amongst us so that we fail to understand exactly who we are. Now, when you look at the creation that is in the book of Genesis, the scripture gives accounts of the creation. We have the creator, who is Yahuwah, and the creation that has to do with the beast, man, and you mentioned the list is endless. Man is one of the very important creation amongst the creatures. And when you look at the day when Yahuwah did create man, he did take his humble time. And when he created man and gave him a very important position amongst his creation. And that's why the likeness of man is compared also with the likeness of Yahuwah, because Yahuwah created man in his own form, his likeness, and also his image. And I know the enemy wasn't happy because Yahuwah had given man a very important standing amongst the creation. Now, we also have other creation. We have, for example, the beast. We have the birds of the air. And all of them, they are so beautiful because after each and every creation that Abba had, he will say it is beautiful. He will say it is good. But today, I am going to look at the groaning of the creation and also its earnest expectation. My earliest memory, I want to give this testimony before I continue. My earliest memory, when I first knew that I am black, was when I was about 18, probably in my last years in the high school. We learned about apartheid in history, that is in South Africa, and a man by the name Martin Luther in the US, when we are being taught about racial segregation. That's when it dawned to me that I was black. Now, I am creation, but my color is not important. What is important about me and the person that I am is the position that I have in creation. Now, I will quickly take us in the Bible in the book of Psalms chapter 8, and I know this will really bless us so much. The book of Psalms chapter 8. The book of Psalms chapter 8. Oh, here we go. I am there. Psalms chapter 8. It teaches. Psalms chapter 8 from verses 4. It says, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visitest him?" What is man that thou art mindful about him? Now, this is a question that I need you to ask yourself. That what is man that Yahuwah is so mindful about him, and the Son of Man that he visits him? Now, I want to take us back into the Garden of Eden. When Yah created man, he had a warm and a cordial relationship with man. And through this relationship, Yahuwah would visit man on a daily basis because he wanted to commune with man. Yahuwah, when he would visit man in the Garden of Eden, he did not want to commune with the beast, but he wanted to commune with man. He wanted to commune with man because man occupied a very important position in his creation. Who is man that you're so mindful about him? The Son of Man that you visit him. I want you to know that you are very important in as far as creature of Yah are concerned. You are very important. Yah is mindful about you. Yahuwah is mindful about your every move. Let us continue in verses 6. It says, verses 5, "You have made him a little lower than the angel, and you have crowned him with glory and honor." I want you to know that Yahuwah has crowned you with glory and honor. When he created you, he gave you glory. He has crowned you with honor. You are so important that even the enemy did envy you. And that's why when the enemy came to tempt Adam and Eve, he said to them, "The day you eat of the forbidden fruit, you shall be like Yahuwah." Now, this was a lie because when Yahuwah created man, he created him in his own likeness and in his own image. Therefore, the enemy lied to man. The man shouldn't have bought into the lies of Satan. And when man failed to understand this is how man lost his glory. The Bible in the book of Romans says that all of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of Yahuwah. Through the first sin of the first man, all of us, we fell. And because we fell in sin, that glory has been stripped us. And Satan knew that the moment that man will sin against Yahuwah, that glory will be stripped him. But today I have a good report that Yahuwah is not yet done with you. He still has a good plan for you and me. And that's why today there is still something that you can do for Yahuwah. There is still a relationship that Yahuwah is able to restore between you and me. And that's why he did send the second Adam. And this is Yeshua, so that you can be saved, so that that relationship can be restored. I am speaking about the groaning of the creation. The creation is groaning because man has lost his glory. The creation is groaning because man that was to have dominion over it has lost that dominion. The creation is groaning because our wickedness has increased. Today I've come to declare to us that even the creation is waiting for waiting earnestly for the manifestations of the sons of Yahuwah. One day, when the Jews had accused Yeshua of blasphemy, I like this and it blesses my heart. Yeshua stood and said to them, "Is it not written in the laws that all of you are gods, and you are sons of Yahuwah, and the scripture cannot be broken? I've come to declare to you that you are a son, you are a daughter of Yahuwah. And because you are a son and you are a daughter of Yahuwah, you should appropriate. You should walk in what you call your divine assignment. You should be able to regain what you call the glory that you lost." Today, Yah is speaking to someone. Yahweh is speaking to you. You could be listening to me when all that you are going through is a serious distress. I've come to tell you that Yahuwah still is mindful of you. Yahuwah still has a very good plan for you. Don't give up. You're a son of Yahuwah. You are a daughter of Yahuwah. And therefore, today, the creature shouldn't groan anymore. The creature shouldn't complain anymore. The creature is waiting for you to take your rightful position and be able to stand on the word of Yahuwah, because the scripture cannot be broken. I think I need to read that verse. It is in Psalms chapter 80. Chapter 80. Psalms 80. Psalms chapter 80. Psalms 82, Psalms 82 and verse 6. It says, the psalmist is saying, "Have I said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High?" Praise Yeshua. Have I said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High? This is the scripture that Yeshua was quoting when he was accused of blasphemy. Today you are a child of Yahuwah. Do not let the enemy to continue speaking negative, speaking things that are contrary. When you know your rightful position, you will come and walk in that position. Yahweh wants all the best for your life. Thank you so much. Today, manifest yourself, because you are the son of Yahuwah.